So hey guys, it's Phrecia, and this video is an update to my Penance Brand of Dissipation Surfcaster League Starter after 3 days of playing the Legacy of Phrecia event. With this setup, I can comfortably farm level 83 Sanctums, even with less damage afflictions or any other boons and afflictions, but only if you are not noob in Sanctum, of course. If you are a noob in Sanctum, check the guide in the description, but for this video I prepared a new passive building, so with all the new updates, and I will be explaining everything you need to know about this setup, so don't forget to like this video, subscribe and leave a comment below. So here's me in my Sanctum hideout. My character now is at level 92, so in this video I'll be talking about all the updates I made since the last video, since the last time, and I made a lot of changes. I mean my items, skill gems, passive tree, and also I added animated guardians, so I'll be talking about my animated guardians gear and my race packages. So let me start with my items. Let me start with my weapon. I changed my two pretty cheap singularity unique scepters for one rare scepter and one rare dagger. So about scepter, you should buy, if you want to follow my build, you should buy scepter with spell damage as much as possible, cast speed, +1 to level of all lightning spell skill gems, or it can be +1 to level of all physical spell skill gems. It works the same. And if you have free suffix, I recommend to craft chance to deal double damage, because it will scale your damage a lot. So don't look at this increased spell crit strike chance, it's not very important. So spell damage, cast speed, +1 to level lightning or physical, and chance to deal double damage will be enough. And I bought this scepter for maybe 1.5 divines, so it's pretty good one. About my second weapon, I got my dagger, and it gives me, don't look at its cold damage, it's pretty shit tier. So it gives me cast speed, +1 to level of all spell skill gems, also +1 to level of all physical spell skill gems, or as I said before, it can be lightning, and also crafted chance to deal double damage. So I have two crafted chances to deal double damage, and it's really boosts my damage. So yeah, the next one that I've changed since the last time is I allocated infused. It gives +1 to maximum power charges. So this allocation is more expensive than I had annihilation here. So and infused gives +1 to maximum power charges, and it really scales our damage a lot. And it requires 1 crimson and 2 silver oils, so it's maybe about 1 divine or something to craft it. And yeah, about my body armor, I've changed my rare body armor for the Yellow's Malefication, because it gives a lot of bonus damage. So it gives gem socket and red sockets have +2 to level, and gem socket and green sockets have +30% to quality. So about skill gems, color sockets, and my gems that I put inside, I put my Penance Brand of Dissipation into red socket to get +1, +2 to level, and also I put my Empower level 3 to red sockets too to make it level 5. And about my green socket, so I use Concentrated Effect for more damage, Swift Brand for more activation frequency, power charge on crit for more damage per power charge, and increased critical strike support. So we used to play with increased critical damage support, but yeah, we changed it with our Empower, so it gives much more damage. So right now in my hideout, my Sanctum hideout, without my 6 power charges, I have only 1. My tooltip shows that my Penance Brand of Dissipation has 340,000 DPS, and it's pretty a lot without power charges. So yeah, it's about my body armor. Also, I've changed my rings. I got 2 my rings with +1 to minimum frenzy charges crafted. My right ring has increased cast speed, global crit multi, maximum life, and frenzy charge. It's pretty easy to craft this ring. You just need to buy fractured ring with cast speed, then use essences of scorn until you hit maximum life, and you should have a free suffix, or you can use orb of annulment to get free suffix and then craft +1 to minimum frenzy charges. This craft costs about, yeah, it's one exalted orb, so it's not an expensive craft. So and it gives a lot of bonus damage and cast speed, because we permanently have 2 frenzy charges. And my another ring has also cast speed, global crit multi, maximum energy shield, so I didn't want to craft it again to have maximum life, but yeah, it should be with maximum life here, and also with +1 to minimum frenzy charges crafted. If you need to have free suffix here to craft it, because it gives really a lot of damage. So my glows is almost the same. Yeah, it's the same glows with increased damage with hits against shield enemies, maximum life, resistance, and 3 suffix I crafted additional resistance, but now I updated the implicits, so it's really cheap implicits. I mean, I used a laser eldritch currency, so I have an inflict cold exposure on hit and a chance to nerf enemies for 4 seconds on hit, so it gives much more damage with our spells. About my boots, here's my boots. I crafted these boots pretty simple. I just bought one with dexterity, or it can be with strength if you need strength, fracture, and then I used essences of zeal for movement speed. It gives 32% increased movement speed if you use deafening essences of zeal, until I hit maximum life and resistance, and then I just crafted armor invasion because I had free prefix and I didn't know what to craft, so yeah, whatsoever. And the last one what I've changed about items is my belt. So I used to play with a unique belt for plus cold, lightning and fire spell damage to spells, but now I wear my rare belt with strength and implicit, a lot of maximum life and just resistance. So it's pretty cheap. I bought this one for maybe 15 chaos orbs, so yeah, you'll be fine. About my flask, what I've changed is the same life flask. I crafted 0.7% of spell damage leeches energy shield during effect, but it's not very important in this build because I still use this big passive for life regeneration is applied to energy shield instead. So our Summon Stone Golem actually recharges our energy shield, so it's not important here. So Silver Flask is almost the same. I just crafted use when charges to reach full. The next one is Quicksilver. I crafted also use when charges to reach full. The next one is Diamond Flask. I bought a new one with increased critical strike chance during effect, and also crafted used when you hit a rare or unique enemy if not already in effect. Also, I bought a new flask, so I changed my Sulfur Flask for this one. Taste of a Hate. It gives a lot of bonus cold damage, and also I crafted used when you hit a rare or unique enemy if not already in effect. So that's about my items changes. About my skill gems. So what I have Flame Dash now with faster casting because I can't use Leap Slam because I use Scepter with Dagger. You can't use your Leap Slam, so that's why I use my here I use my Flame Dash. Let me teleport to my hideout. Sorry guys, need to drink. So I use my Flame Dash and it's really fast one. Really fast, and with the faster casting it's even faster. I have level 1 faster casting, but yeah, it will be even faster pretty soon. Also in my Scepter I have Summon Stone Golem, so is the same. And a really big change that I made since the last video is I swapped my Race Spectre. I used to wear Dark Marionette for free zealotry that I needed to reactivate every 8 seconds or something like this. Now I use Animated Guardian with Mid Shield, Guardian's Blessing and Haste. It's Wild Haste. So I don't need to reactivate my Haste. It has no reservation. So Animated Guardian, this Animated Guardian is not dying in Sanctum, and I will be talking about Animated Guardian gear pretty soon in this video. So you can just buy the same gear and your Animated Guardian will give you haste and a lot of more spell damage because of his unique items. The next one is I have Wrath in my second weapon, Race Spectre with my mid shield. In this build, in this setup, I not only using my Animated Guardian, but I also used 2 Spectres. So here's the name of the Spectres, not here, okay, I will write it. So Spectres, you need to buy Dark and the Perfect, let me remember the name. The first one is Perfect Pain Artist. He gives actually free zealotry aura, and also he gives more crit multi, so pretty good one. And oh, we have a trait. So, and the second Spectre that I use in this setup is the Perfect Warlord, and I use him only for the first Spectre for my Pain Artist to make him more tanky. So yeah, he gives endurance charges and vitality, and yeah, so I recommend to buy these Spectres, and they totally you can buy both for maybe 1 divine. I mean, so it's not very expensive, but they give a lot of bonus damage, because we have in this build right now, I have Petrified Blood, because as you see now I run all the time. I run with my Penance annoint because I'm at low life all the time. My maximum life right now unresolved is 1500, but it's okay because I use Petrified Blood. It gives me a lot of bonus defense, haste aura for damage, hatred for damage, herald of purity for damage, and also zealotry aura, critical strike multiplier, and yeah, we have a lot of damage. So now about my next skill gems. Here I have my elemental weakness, and why I changed my assassin's mark for elemental weakness is just because I bought the balance of a terror with gain 33% of physical damage as random element if you have cast elemental weakness in the past 10 cycles. So when I cast my elemental weakness against bosses, I got a lot of bonus physical damage. A lot of bonus elemental damage after casting elemental weakness. So that's why I use elemental weakness. Also, I use Immortal Call with cast when damage taken support, it's just a free bonus defense. And about my glow skill gems, Petrified Blood, Hatred, and Herald of Purity with Arrogance. So it's the same. It was all about my items changes, my skill gem changes, my flask changes. Now let me show you my passive tree. So I finished the last labyrinth, and I allocated what I allocated. I allocated Silex, so the bonus cold and lightning grass. I have kept my old resistances. About my passive tree changes, I unallocated all my divine judgment and all elemental damage passives right here. Also, I got 15% increased maximum life if there are no life modifiers on equipped body armor here. Also, I have two medium cluster jewels, one with remarkable and Seeker runes, so it gives brand damage and it gives cast speed with brands, and also a chance to cast an additional brand. And what I've changed is I added new large cluster jewel with the force multiplier, iron breaker, and master the fundamentals. This one cost about 2.5 for 3 divines, and it gives more physical damage and chance to deal double damage. And also I use my second medium cluster jewel here with grand design and secret runes. So secret runes for brand damage as I said before, and grand design gives more brand damage and more brand range. So it's all about my passive tree changes. Now I will be talking about and explaining about my animated guardians gear, and yeah, it's pretty easy. Let me just change the window. So here's my passive building, here's my node section. I added here spectre names and animated gear, guardians gear check in items AG gear. So I updated the tree here. What my damage that we have right now for some reason, oh, here. So it shows almost 3 million DPS with our 1 Penance brand of dissipation. And I added animated gear item set right here. So we use, if you don't know how to use animated guardian, it's pretty simple. Let me just show you again. It's very simple. You just need to come to some area, not your hideout. So let me just show you, for example, your glows. So what you need to do, let me just save my gems. I don't remember if I can save it. So what you need to do is just use your animated guardian button and click on your dropped item, so on your glows, and he will equip it. And even if you will unequip your skill gem animated guardian and you will equip it again, so he will be with these items equipped. So yeah, I explain it in a few seconds. Now I will be explaining the gear itself. So let me change the Venom again. So here's my passive building again, my animated guardian gear. So let me start. You need to buy critical belt, body armor. It gives a lot of life regen per second, because as we use animated guardian with guardian's blessing, and that's why we can use our haste without reservation. It gives 14% of animated guardian's maximum health will be a damage, this physical damage per second. So we don't want him to die. We need to make him pretty tanky with mid shield and life regen. So that's why we need to buy Brutal Spelt body armor and equip it, because it gives life regen, maximum life. And yeah, the next one which you need to buy is Dying Breath stuff. It gives nearby allies gain increased damage, and it's just a bonus damage for for our character, and it's pretty easy to buy. It's pretty cheap one. About body armor, it costs about 1 divine, but about weapon, it costs a few chaos orbs. The next unique item you need to buy for your animated guardian is Leercast Mask. It gives you and nearby allies gain 50% increased damage, so it's bonus damage, so why not? Pretty cheap one, and just a bonus damage, and you don't need to recast your arrows, your animated guardian, it will be always alive. About glows and boots, I renamed it, so you need to have life region plus resistances glows, and you need to have life region plus resistances and movement speed boots. So it's all about your animated guardian's gear. Just buy the same and you'll be okay. You will be able to use one additional arrow without reservation. So that's about my animated guardians changes, about my race spectre changes, item changes, passive tree changes, skill gems changes, and now this build can comfortably run HS3 level Sanctums. I explained everything you need to know about this update, guys, and the reason why I'm so nervous and I'm talking so fast because you actually wrote me maybe 10 or 15 messages in my Discord, personal messages, about Rachage, when you will update your the Penance of Dissipation Sanctum build. So here's this update. I hope you like it. I hope you appreciate that I tried to make it as soon as possible. And yeah, take care. It was Rachage as always. Goodbye.